is up, Tiger fans? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will be talking about something maybe a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about whether or not Lyn-J Dixon is the answer for Clemson at running back. So this is it's a pretty interesting topic that we have here. Of course, Travis Etienne, he is departing. He is gone. No longer at Clemson. He's now in the NFL with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He had one of the best careers of any running back in college football history during his 4 years at Clemson, and Lyn-J Dixon could very well be the guy to step up and replace Etienne. So in this video, we're going to be looking at Lyn-J and whether or not he could potentially be that guy to step up and replace Etienne and all of the records that he broke, all of the history that he made with the Tigers. So yeah, that's pretty much what this video is about. So before we get into this thing, I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you think that Lyn-J Dixon is the answer for Clemson at running back, and you'll have to stay until the end of the video to see my answer. So here we go. First, Lyn-J Dixon by the numbers. So Dixon is 5'10", 195 pounds. Of course, those numbers may not be perfect, but that's around where he is. So definitely not a big back at all. He's more shifty, not big. He's a senior, so this is his fourth and final year with the team for the Clemson Tigers. He's going to be looking to cash in, potentially get to the NFL next year. And he was a 4-star recruit in 2018. Now, not many people really expected him to have a huge impact from day one with the Tigers, but he was amazing from day one with Clemson. His freshman season was great. Sophomore season was solid, and his junior season was solid. And that first year, he was our fourth-string running back. We still had some other guys that were older in the program. And then his last 2 years, so his sophomore year and his junior year, he's been Travis Etienne's primary backup. So Lyn-J Dixon, he's been a very important player in the Clemson program over the past couple of years. He's had such a big role with this team. And we are going to be looking to find Etienne's replacement and find that guy that can be our big-time running back, and Lyn-J Dixon certainly could be that. So over his 3-year career with the Tigers, so this is not by season or anything, this is over his 3-year career with the Tigers, 208 carries, 1,372 rushing yards, 13 rush touchdowns, and 6.6 yards per carry. So considering he's never been a starter, that's pretty solid. He's pretty efficient. Doesn't do a whole lot in the passing game, and that's why I didn't put his passing stats up here, is because they're not really of any significance. So that's one big concern with Lyn-J, is that he doesn't contribute much in the passing game. But now we're going to talk about his game some. And, numbers are only numbers. They can only tell you so much of the story. So let's talk about Lyn-J's game a little bit. So why should we believe in Lyn-J Dixon to be Clemson's next star running back? Lyn-J Dixon has plenty of experience in Tony Elliott's offense. Of course, he's a rising senior. This guy's been here for 3 years and has been waiting for this opportunity to take over. So he's great in space. That's really where he specializes. Of course, he's not a power back, straight down the gut. He's a guy that you need to bounce outside, but when he gets outside, he can break tackles. He can get past guys with his great speed and his elusiveness. So Lyn-J, he specializes in the open field, potentially better in some areas as far as agility and that kind of stuff goes than what Etienne was. But as an overall running back, he's not as talented. It's the simple truth. And he has really improved, and this was very noticeable in the Clemson spring game, but also just over his time at Clemson, he's really improved as a pass protector. And Travis Etienne was kind of the same way. As a freshman, he couldn't block. He seriously could not block. But now, rising senior Lyn-J Dixon, he actually looks like a solid pass protector, and Etienne became a very good pass protector as well. Now, Lyn-J has not done much in the receiving game, and I mentioned this earlier in the video. And sure, that's a little alarming, but now that he has a larger role, he's going to be able to get more touches and get more opportunities. So I think those receiving stats, those receiving numbers, and just that overall impact will come. That's one of the big reasons why Travis Etienne came back for his senior season, was to improve his receiving game. So we know that Clemson running backs are going to get opportunities out of the backfield, and it's just about getting Lyn-J in space because he can make plays. So I think that he does need to get more targets and more touches, and that should come with a larger role. So you definitely need to expect big things from Lyn-J Dixon in 2021. So now we're going to take a look at the competition behind Lyn-J, because Clemson, we have some very talented running backs. Now, we don't have that superstar like Travis Etienne, but we have some very talented running backs and some guys that could potentially be overtaking Lyn-J. So these guys, if Lyn-J isn't the answer, one of these guys certainly could be. So this is our projected running back depth chart. So you see Lyn-J up there at the top, and then Kobe Pace in second place. It seems like Kobe has sort of solidified that backup role. But 3, 4, 5, Will Shipley and Phil Maffa, each true freshmen. And then Darian Rencher, who is a grad student. Seems like 3, 4, 5 is sort of up for grabs. Shipley and Maffa, they're probably more talented than Rencher, but of course, being true freshmen, it's kind of tough to get up there on the depth chart, especially with how Dabo runs things at Clemson. So maybe Rencher begins the season as that third guy. I assume it'll be, to begin the season, I assume that it will look like probably Dixon, Pace, and then Shipley or Maffa or Rencher or something like that. And Lyn-J might not even have that starting job. It might be Dixon or Pace, because Kobe Pace has played really well. But Lyn-J Dixon has some very tough competition that he has to not get taken over by. Kobe Pace, he's right there knocking on the door. A couple of months ago, I actually thought that Kobe Pace would end up winning this job, but Lyn-J Dixon's been looking really good, and this guy looks like he could be the real deal and be that big-time replacement for Travis Etienne. So I'm not really here in this video to predict any stats or anything like that for Lyn-J Dixon, but more just answer the overall question of, is Lyn-J Dixon the answer for Clemson at running back? So, of course, replacing Travis Etienne is going to be very, very difficult. And Dixon, Pace, Shipley, Maffa, Rencher, Mikey Dukes, whichever running back in that room you want to choose, they're not going to be able to replace the production and the impact that Etienne had. And I want to get that out of the way. None of these guys are going to have the same impact that Etienne did on the game. But we have DJ Uiagalelei. We have all these great wide receivers. We just need a running back that can do their job and be a good player, because we're contending for a national title. If Lyn-J Dixon can be the answer and be that good player, of course, not the long-term answer, only has 1 year left in college, but I do believe that Lyn-J Dixon is the answer to replace Travis Etienne in 2021 for the Clemson Tigers. I have a lot of confidence in this guy. He's sort of waited his turn, waited in line, and now he's getting that opportunity. He's already proven some stuff that he can do, and now in this larger role, we should see him really show out. I think this guy's going to have an amazing, amazing season. And Georgia and their tough defensive front in the very first game of the season, that should be a tough challenge for Lyn-J Dixon and our offensive line, which was bad last year. So hopefully Lyn-J Dixon can get off to a good start. But I really do think that he is the answer to replace Travis Etienne. Now, once again, I do want to clarify, he's not going to be as good as Travis. He's not going to have the impact that Travis did. But he's going to be a very, very good player for us. And I think he's going to solidify that starting job. And I think that he will see that it was worth it to stay at Clemson and not transfer when he could have easily transferred, seeing all the talent behind him and seeing Etienne stay for his senior year. So that pretty much summarizes the video. Thank you guys for watching if you've watched up to this point, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. I appreciate all the support on this channel and my main channel, of course. We have about 100 more subscribers over there, so if you're new around here watching this video and aren't subscribed to my main channel, that's linked in the description along with my live streaming channel. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you are not already. And I would like you guys to let me know in the comment section. I would like you guys to answer this question for me. The question that I asked in this video. Is Lyn-J Dixon the answer for Clemson at running back? It's a yes or no question, and I want to know what you guys think. I think that Lyn-J can replace Etienne. And of course, I've clarified this multiple times. He's not going to be as good as Etienne. But if he can do his job, I think that he can be the answer for one season. With our passing offense, the running game doesn't have to be the best in the country, and it's probably not going to be. But I think that he is the answer, and I think that he will do a terrific job as our starting running back here in 2021. That's all I've got. So I'll see you guys next time. Go Tigers.